hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just a match as those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on Super Bowl Sunday. The journey, well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season to each run of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Nix from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 38 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Give up the middle to Harvey. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Let's step up, and there he goes. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Harvey. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 3rd and goal, here's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest, but man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Blake Corum now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out is one of the game's all-time leading passers, the top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments you just go back in that backyard as a kid and close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they're on him quickly there after that catch, so the game's going to be to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's with Adams again. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. Got a man, that's Nacua. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Straight ahead with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
brought down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Stafford. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Nicks off the play action. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Nicks. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Off the play fake, here's Nicks. Mims with the grab. And he's across midfield into Rams territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Giving this to Harvey. They get there to take him down right around the 41. Manages a gain of 3 there. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's the Broncos out in front. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Nicks. Absolutely fires this one right side. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
On third down, here's Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-zip. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
14. Rams, nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. Here's Stafford. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Stafford now on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
At the 44-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Second and manageable. He's throwing. Screen here for Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group is pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Another run for Williams. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Williams now on first and 10. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down and run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Stafford now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a first down.
First down, Rams.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Give to Williams from the gun. Ooh, he made most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that first down carry?
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a one-score game in the first half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Rams 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3 now. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
New set of downs from the 37. Knicks now on 1st and 10. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They gain 11 on that play, and it's going to be first down Denver.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
It's cook out wide, complete. And he's going to work it to the 20. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Once more, it's Nix. Finds him on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Throwing on first down, Nix. Brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 3-yard line.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. They'll throw again, Nix. Now it's out the screen here, it's Harvey. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Broncos 21, Rams 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Corum now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Make this happen. Get these 3 points.
First down from the 42. Stafford throwing again. Complete. It's Atwell. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw here for Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, Won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. On first down, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Complete to Cortland Sutton. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 27-yard line.
This time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Bronx. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down here from the 36. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Nakua's got it again. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On first down, here's Stafford. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Now it's Williams. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They stay on the ground with Williams. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. That's him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Stafford. This one's caught. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Play action now for Stafford. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Going for it, it's Williams. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Broncos offense all set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Connects on the crosser. Gets some space around midfield. And he has this to the opposing 35.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
2nd down, give to Harvey. Free inside the 30. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Okay, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line, his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21.
28, Rams 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Here's Williams to start the drive. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford back to throw. Screen here for Williams. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. Riley Moss with that tackle.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. A handoff to Williams. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Williams on the carry. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 45-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. The left side taken in by Adams. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, well, that could put this just too far out of reach. Good gain here across their own 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Broncos football as they try to close out what would be a 4th title. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. It's Harvey straight ahead. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to it. Has another lane. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, it's Harvey. And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Finds his back complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Nick's on third down. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos keep adding that fourth quarter lead. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead.
Rams 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And now on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on first down.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Stafford from the gun. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Stafford. And he spins right by him. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Stafford now on 3rd down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Now Stafford to throw. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the doorstep of that red zone. Another yard to reach it and pick up that first down, too.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. They motion the tight end over. On 3rd and 2, Stafford. Throw left side, complete. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's complete to Higbee. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
35. Rams 14.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Broncos and running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. 1st and 10 from the 43. They give up the middle to Harvey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here's Nix to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
A 52-yard attempt.
The big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And the lead does not change. It's still 21 points.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Working now from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
17, Devontae Adams. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB on third down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. A pickup of 17. And the Rams have the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Stafford now on first down. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game.
Broncos 35, Rams 21.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Denver set to take the field on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. 1st and 10 from the 43. They've got a man in motion. Giving this to Harvey. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Harvey once more. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Going to the ground again on 1st. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Designed run, here's Nix. Champions last time this game was played here, partner, and champions once again. The Denver Broncos are winners of this year's Super Bowl. And I think it's still sinking in at different points for each player, Brock. Look at these shots. These guys have reached the crowning achievement for anyone who steps foot onto the gridiron as kids. Champions now, every one of them.
And it is something, Kate, they can never, ever have taken from them. I think you and I have come across many Super Bowl champions in both this game and in champs in other sports, right?
Yeah,
and you hear the same message. This is something that was so hard to achieve, and it's something that nobody, not time, will ever take from them. What a moment.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's